What the story, guys? I just want to do a vid on the cope that seems to be happening in relation to Captain America 4's second weekend figures. Because they dropped last night on Box Office Mojo, but I'm seeing reports here that saying it's only a 68% drop, and this isn't as bad as they were expecting. But here's the Box Office Mojo site for it, and as you can see, as it's highlighted there, it's an 82.4% drop from Friday to Friday. And as you can see from the dailies leading up to it, it's been pretty disastrous up till that Friday. Now, maybe they've some different metric that they use to calculate the percentage drop over the whole weekend or something that I don't know about. But I mean, the analogy I draw now is, if you look, here's the Marvels. And the Marvels dropped 87.2% from Friday to Friday on its opening weekend. If I remember correctly, they actually reported that as a 78% drop. So even going by the metric those guys seem to be implying, that means that the 82.4% one then should turn into a 73% drop, not a 68% one. And that's being charitable. I mean, if you look at some of the other films that they had, his Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, they went from an 82.1% drop. So this seems to be very similar to what the performance of Captain America 4 is. But there's a whole host of factors going on that are really hard to factor in. Like, for instance, this is Black Widow's one. Black Widow dropped to 79.6%. But it had 17 screens opening in my area when it opened. Captain America 4, it actually did bump up a bit from the little short that it did last time. It went from 9 screens to 12. But that's still 5 screens a day less. So just to give you an idea, why I'm actually referencing Black Widow is, I think that's going to be a final figure for Cap. I think it's going to be 380. Or 380 million. I don't think it's going to get to the 500 or even the 425 they're talking about. Because here's a report from the Hollywood Reporter showing some of the opening weekend of it, and it's 90 to 96 million, which does track very well with how Black Widow did. As you can see, they're up to 105 up to that Thursday, even though they opened over different weekends. But the truth is, it's not really performing that well. And I mean, if you look in the UK, it could be by Bridget Jones. Jesus, I can't even tell you when the first Bridget Jones film came out. I just looked it up. It's 24 years ago. I mean, that's embarrassing. If you've got a rom-com kicking the ass of a superhero film, let alone the one that's supposed to be touted to be leading into the new formation of the Avengers, I mean, that's bad. So I can't see any world in which this 68% drop is the limit of how far this film's going to actually go and perform. I think on Monday you're going to see an awful lot of red faces that they have to confess that it's a lot worse than they're saying. And if the drop-off continues as bad next week as it did this week, there's no way this film's making 500 million. Like I said, 380, 360, that's what it's starting to look like. That's disaster zone. So like I said, these stats dropped last night. They're there again, just if you want to have a look. It's really bad for the MCU. They're not paying off doubling down on all new, all different stuff from the comics from like 10 years ago, which failed miserably. I mean, a lot of people thought that one of the reasons why Disney bought Marvel was that when they actually could run their ideas through the comics, it would give them an idea about what the customer feedback would be. They just seem hell-bent on not listening to the customers. Because Shuri never worked as Black Panther, nobody liked Gold Hulk, nobody liked Kate Bishop, nobody liked Falcon Cap. Captain Marvel had been relaunched at least 10 times in between then. I mean, across the board, the customers told you, we don't like this product, and across the board, Marvel had to relaunch the comics with the original characters. I think the only thing they're going to say to the MCU is that they're going to have to get back to basics. They're going to have to restructure the whole MCU and just get back to the characters we actually like, done the way they're meant to. Now, if that means you got a whole new cast of actors filling the roles, fair enough. But all this mantle passing is not working. So there you go, lad. I just wanted to address what looked like a massive amount of cope on the mainstream media in trying to defend this film, because it looks like it's going to flop big time. Take care, have a good one. And if you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.